Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Maddie and this is This Bookish Cottage, and I am actually editing Maddie because for this video I had filmed over a couple of days and somehow I misplaced the couple of clips that were supposed to be at the beginning. So this is a haul video, which I cannot believe that we're doing a haul video considering the fact that I just did an unhaul video, but we did. And so I had several books that I had bought from a library sale that we went to, and we are missing that footage, but I truly do not remember what books I got from there. I do know that I had got a couple of cozy mysteries. I think one of them was like classified for murder or by murder or something like that. And then I did get the haunted house renovation mystery series. I got a couple of those, which you will also see a little bit more of later on in this video. So I don't even know what to say, guys. Like, this would have been such a fun, cool video, but this little nincompoop completely forgot to make sure that I kept up with all the footage. I honestly don't even know what happened. So anyways, I'm so sorry that you're not going to be able to see that aspect. So when I am talking in the other videos, just know that when I'm referencing the first clip, that is what I'm talking about, because I had shot it, but I don't have it anymore. So I am super sorry for that, but I hope that you will enjoy the rest of this video. Hello guys, I am present Maddie, who is cutting in to my past Maddie, and I am actually going to show you guys some more books that I ended up picking up. As you guys can probably see behind me, things look very different than in my previous video, and that is because I have officially started going through everything. And you know, I mean, y'all saw my unhaul video hopefully, and now you're seeing my haul video, and those books that you just saw have already been given homes, but I did get some more. We ended up I did another unhaul that I didn't video because I just kind of wasn't expecting it, and when I did that, we ended up having enough books to warrant taking a little family trip to Gardner's, and that's over in Tulsa. And then we gave them some of our books, and they came, or they gave us credit. And so we used credit to buy all of these ones, and I am super excited for them because you will see why. One of the first books that I found was this one, the In Farm's Way. This is the Farm to Table mystery. This is by Amanda Flowers. I loved the first two of this, Farm to Trouble and Put Out to Pasture, I believe were those names. And so I actually found a physical of the third book, which was perfect because this is the one that I need, because that's the one I'm on. And so I'm really excited to have this one. Of course it's winter, and so part of me is like, I should probably wait until winter to read this. So we'll see if I actually do that, but I'm super excited to finally have the physical of this. But I do have to say, something I hate about these books is that they're different sizes than all your other mass media produced books. And so they just don't fit right. But that's my only little, you know, stink with them. And speaking of Amanda Flower, I was able to find Lethal Licorice. This is the second in the Amish candy shop mystery, and I have the first and the third, but I needed the second one, and so I finally have the second one, which of course is very exciting because I have already seen that I really love Amanda's writing, and so I haven't started this series yet, but it's coming. Okay, now these ones, you actually just saw some of them in previous Maddie's video, and that is these two. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is, what was it called? A Haunted Home Renovation Mystery. So if you guys had seen, which you did, it was just a couple minutes back, at my library, we found the 3, 4, and 5, and I needed 1 and 2. And while we were looking at the books, I was looking for everything else, and then I completely forgot to try and check for these ones. And so right before we left, I was like, babe, I need to go figure out what the last name of this author was so I could go just see if they might happen to have it. And guys, they had these two only. They didn't have any of her other works, just these two. And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, bet they're coming home with me, because I needed 1 and 2. I just have a feeling I'm gonna love these ones. And even if I don't, I mean, I'm not out anything because it's just credit, and I can still get credit for these if I take them back. But oh, I'm so excited. So we have If Walls Could Talk, which is the first one, and then Deadbolt, which is the second one. And I love them. The covers are so cute. I love it because you have your little golden retriever. I was gonna say German Shepherd, but he's not. Like, oh, so cute. I'm so excited. And then the next two are from another series. It is a Beyond the Page Bookstore mystery. I needed these next ones as well. This is by Lauren Elliott. So we got Proof of Murder and Prologue to Murder. I don't remember which order these are in, and I had to stare at these like this is silly. Oh, I had to stare at these for some time to prove to myself that they weren't the same book, which looking at them on the camera, I'm like, that's so easy to tell. But guys, I was struggling. I was like, no, they're like the same. They're the same, but they're not. They're not the same, like at all. I don't know how my brain gets that mixed up, but I certainly did. And so I can't, like I said, I can't remember which numbers these were. This one, okay, this is number 4, and then this one is number 2. Okay, this is number 2. So I had 1 and 3, and I needed 2 and 4, and that's what I now have, and I'm super excited about that. And these were the only ones that they had in this series as well, so that was perfect. Now I'm also getting another series, but I know that I'm gonna love this one because I have heard nothing but good things, and I really, really like this version of these books, and so I'm probably going to be a little stickler and try and get this exact version. And so I got The Unexpected Miss Halifax, and I have heard, again, nothing but good things. I love, love, love this cover. And so I'm going to be getting these ones for sure. I just can't wait to start reading Miss Halifax books because, I mean, who doesn't love like an older lady sleuth? I love them, love them. Okay, and that was it for all of my cozies. I didn't get as many as I was expecting, to be very honest. I was very shocked at how mild I was when it came to purchasing books, but I think because I just had to organize all of these, and I have been getting a new series together that I'm going to be kicking off here shortly, I think it made me realize that I have to slow down. I've got to slow down and just get some books, you know, not like none, but some, even though technically I had a buying ban at the beginning of this year. So now we're on to thrillers because I am a huge thriller fan as well now, like Thriller the song, but also the books. So the first one I got is The Wife Between Us, and I grabbed this one because Amy from Books with Amy Murray has talked about this book several times. And so I knew that I wanted to give it a shot. I don't remember much about it, but I was intrigued. And so when I saw this and it was on sale, I don't remember how much it was. It was on sale. I figured, hey, we're just gonna go ahead and snag it because, I mean, And then the next one I got, I had never heard of, but they had it in the new released section. And because I had credit for it, I wasn't gonna have to spend any money on it, which is rare for me to have credit for that section because they do theirs based off of what types of books you bring in. And so I guess I happened to bring in enough what they would consider new releases for me to warrant having enough credit to get books from that section, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and grabbed The Family Inside, and I don't know much about this one, but for one, the fact that it was a new release, I was like, okay, I'm excited about that. But it also, when I read it, I did read it before I bought it, but guys, I read a lot of synopsises whenever we went shopping, so I don't quite remember them at that point. But I know that this sounded really good. Their secrets refuse to stay buried. Like, I love things along that line. And then Jenna Satterthwaite, who is the author of Made for You, which I loved that book. She actually said, what makes a family? Spoiler alert, it's blood, but not in the way you think. And I was like, ooh, sounds good. So I'm very, very excited for this one. And then I have two more, and I had to keep looking at these ones and trying to figure out if they were the same thing because they look very, very similar. So the first one is Murder in the Family, and this is by Sarah Hunter or Kara. I'm not sure how you say her name. But this one, of course, sounded great. It was one body, 6 experts. Can you solve the case before they do? I'm gonna try my hardest. And it sounds, I mean, it just sounds great. I really want to read this one. But then another one that looks very, very similar to it is The Stranger Upstairs. And I want to say it was also Amy Marie who read this one. One of my friends on YouTube, she has read this book and she really liked it, but I just can't quite remember who it is. So if it's you, let me know, because this is all because of you. So that way, if I hate it, I can also blame you. But if I love it, I can also blame you. So these ones I got, but again, they look, oh my gosh, on camera, they look nothing alike. But I'm telling you, in person, they're the exact same colors. But man, it doesn't pick up on this camera. But just take my word for it. This one is way more pink than red. It's not actually red at all. I don't know how it's showing up like that on camera. But anyways, so I got these two. And of course, like I always say, I am very excited for these ones. That is all that I have for this current book haul. So I'm going to send you back over to Past Maddie, and she is going to give you guys her little toodles. You just thought I was done, but I'm not. I am popping in here again because we just have a problem, and I understand that, but I couldn't pass this up. So we went on a date, and we ended up in Books A Million, and I have realized that I really wanted to try and find some more thrillers, and I also wanted to find well, you'll see, there's some specific books in here that I was looking for, and I ended up finding them, so I went ahead and got them. Plus, some of these are also from my library because they have like a year-round sale that you can do, and they're only like $1 or $2, and you're gonna be shocked at some of these books. So here's a couple more, and then I promise we're not going to buy books until, you know, like next month. So I ended up finding The Last Close Call. This is by Laura Griffin. I don't know anything about it except for a talented genetic analyst. I can't read it from this angle. I'm having like a glare. And a detective who is haunted by an elusive cold case team up in the new standalone romantic suspense novel from New York Times bestselling author Laura Griffin. So it sounds pretty good. I'm excited for it, and it was only $3.97 like you can see. So of course I had to get that. This one is one, well, let me just show you and I'll explain. It is Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. I cannot tell you how often I think about this book. I read it last year and I absolutely loved it. It is telling the version of the story from the evil stepsister, or one of the evil stepsisters, from Cinderella's point of view. And I love good retellings, and this one took the cake. I'm telling you, I've thought about this book so often. So when I saw that it was in the bargain section and it was a hardcover, I knew I had to get it because this is one that I can see myself wanting to reread because I'm forgetting certain aspects of it. I remember like the premise, but I can't remember certain things about it. So I had to get this one. Did I have to? No. But I did, so it's fine. This next one I also had to get, and that is Four Aunties and a Wedding, or Aunties, I don't know, I would say Aunties. So this is by Jessie Q. Sutanto. I don't know how you actually say her last name, but she wrote the Vera Wang. So far it's a duology, but I think she's gonna write more in the series. But anyways, she wrote that series, and I did finally read Vera Wang this last month, and I loved it so much. And so when I saw this one, and of course, like, I love this cover too. Like, this is these colors are like my house, and so I knew that if I got this and I loved it, which I'm sure I will because she's such a funny writer, then it's going to stay on my shelves and it's going to make it pretty, because it is pretty. And I mean, it's hardcover. It was a great price. It was $5. I mean, come on. This next one was definitely an impulse buy, and that is Authentically Izzy. This is by Pepper, I can never remember her last name. Basham. It's by Pepper, and I haven't read anything by her, but I have been recommended her time and time again, and I keep looking at this one on Amazon, and while I could probably get it cheaper on there, the reality is it would be used. I don't know exactly how that copy is going to be, and so I figured for $5 I could just get a brand new one, and I'm probably going to end up annotating this one because a lot of people say that they love her writing, and it's good, clean, fun romance. And while I'm not a huge romance fan, I do have my random moments of wanting to read romance, and the only way that I usually will read it is if it's on my bookshelf. So that's where this one's going. This next one I was looking for because if you guys have seen, which I'm not sure what order all these are going out there, but I discussed some of the series that I have. Like, you'll see some of them here and down there. And I have the second of a series, but I needed the first one, and that is Witches Steeped in Gold. So I went ahead and snagged this bad boy. I am a little disappointed because it's a paperback and the one that I have is a hardback, but I wasn't going to pass up $5 for the first one. And that way I'm not really one who keeps fantasy stories. So when I'm done with it, I won't feel as bad about, you know, sending it on or anything like that. But I am excited for this. Order divides them, revenge will unite them. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. The next one Cody actually found for me, and that is Murder at Balmoral. Balmoral. So that is this one, and for $5.97 you can't quite, you know, you can't beat that. It was Royal Families Have Killer Secrets. So I am a weird person when it comes to royal family stuff. Like, I love it, and I love the premise of this one, and I'm not sure if it's a series or anything. It doesn't say, but this does This does take place at Christmas time, so I'm going to try and remind myself that I have to read this one at Christmas. But I'm really bad at remembering things, and even if I make a note, I'll forget to read the note. So help a sister out, because I do want to read this at Christmas time. But it's a murder mystery, and I love that. All the rest of these I got from my library, at the library sale, and you'll see why I had to get them. So one of them is Gone Tonight. This is by Sarah Pekkanen. I don't know. Why, I'm just terrible with their names today. So she is the one, she co-authored The Wife Between Us, I believe is what it was. Yeah, and I do have that one. I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it. And so I snagged this one. It was $3. Couldn't beat that, because I mean, it's hardcover in great condition. It's a thriller. I love thrillers, and so I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this one. And then, guys, look what I found. I found Daughter of the Siren Queen, and it's the special edition one, and I got it for $1. One whole dollar. 4 quarters, guys. Like, I know these aren't the most expensive books out there, but for $1, heck yes. I still need the second one because I haven't read that one. I did read the first one and I enjoyed it, but I do want the whole set now. And so now I'm gonna have to eventually spend more money so I can have a matching pair, or, you know, the sets. But I mean, come on, for $1, you wouldn't pass it up either. This next one's a little weird. I have to admit, it was 50 cents, and it's because it's missing the actual dust jacket, but it is called The Little Giant of Aberdeen County. If y'all can see that. Come on, focus. Beep. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyways, this has been on my TBR for a long time, and I don't have the actual physical copy. So when I saw this for 50 bucks, or for 50 bucks, no, I wouldn't spend that. For 50 cents, I figured we're gonna go ahead and get it, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a book that I'm gonna read and then unhaul. But I'm like, for 50 cents, you can't beat that. So I went ahead and snagged it. And besides that, it's in really good condition. And so I am excited about it. I don't really remember what the premise of this was, but I had heard about it multiple times, and it got me to the point where I eventually put it on my wish list. And so now I can take it off. This next one is The Mystery Guest. I still need to get the Maid, which I keep seeing at my thrift stores, and I just haven't picked it up until I heard one of my friends. It was either Tiffany from Beach Bum Bookworm or Amy from Books with Amy Marie. One of them had talked about it and they really liked it, and so I figured, well, this was there for $1. Let's go ahead and grab it, and then I will find the first one and we'll read that one and then go into the second one. But supposedly it's a really good series. I'm excited for it. because I love mysteries, if you haven't caught on. And speaking of mysteries, I found these two as well. These are, and it's an entire series. So at first I had found this, it's called Witch in Disguise, and this is the Crystal Beach Magic Mystery Series. It's books 6 through 10, all in this one book, and this was $1, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I've actually been really wanting to read this series because I do love cozy mystery series that also are like witchy vibes and stuff like that too. But I didn't want to get it because it was book 6, you know, and so I'm like, I'm going to eventually have to try and find 1 and 5. And they had that one. They were on completely different areas, so I was shocked that I found it. But this one is called Familiar Troubles, and it's the same thing. Yeah, okay, I just had a minor panic attack because I saw a bewitchingly fun paranormal cozy mystery, and I was like, wait, is that what this one's called? Is this not the same thing? No, it's the same thing. So whew, I was nervous. Anyways, so I got these ones and I'm excited for these. I'm going to start reading them because they're short little books. And so I should be able to get through this entire series pretty quickly, but I definitely want to heavily read these come October for very obvious reasons. Guys, we're almost done, and then that is actually it for this haul video. The next one was The Shadow of Gotham, or In the Shadow of Gotham. I don't know anything about this one, but it did say this is a debut novel. So Detective Simon lost his fiancée in the General Slocum ferry disaster. 1,000 perished on that summer day in 1904 when an onboard fire burned the boat down in the waters of the East River. And so he's trying to figure out what happened. There's a killer on the loose, and he's trying to obviously solve that. And so I love books like this. This is going to be more of a cold case thriller. And yes, it's cold case, but it's, what's the word I'm looking for? That's not what I'm looking for. It's going to be more like your Criminal Minds. So things like that where you are, like it's a crime. There it is. Gosh, it's a crime book. And so it's not going to be your cozy mysteries. It's not going to be the fluffy stuff, but I mean, for $1, I'm willing to give it a try. And this is a debut novel, which I'm always interested in reading. And so if Stephanie knocks it out of the park, then we're going to pick up some more of her books. And then lastly, the only reason I got this is because somebody had just talked about that, and I'm pretty sure it was Krista from Books and Jam. And I have another one of this author's books and I'm interested in reading it. But then when I saw this one for $1, I figured let's go ahead and grab it. And that is The Lights of Sugarberry Cove. It's a charming novel of family love and the healing power of a little lake magic. So it's just a gorgeous cover. It's probably going to be one that like I'm going to enjoy while I read it. It's not going to be an over-the-top sort of book, but I have been wrong in that area so many times. So I went ahead and snagged this one. It is a hardcover, which is awesome. And like I said, it was $1, so why not? Okay, now I'm officially going to send you back to past Maddie so that she can finish this video out. Well, there you guys go. That is my haul. I am just so sorry for the choppiness and weirdness of this video, but it kind of is what it is. I mean, that's my life in general. So this is just you guys getting to know me better. And so anyways, I hope that y'all enjoyed that. I hope that you guys got to see some really cool books that you might be interested in getting. Let me know down in the comments what is one of these books that you have either read and absolutely loved, or what is a book that you were super interested in now that you have seen it in this video. Well, until next time, guys, I love y'all so much. I hope that you guys will continue to read and ignite that imagination of y'all's, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, friends.